gonna check Twitch real quick to make sure that it's going to the Gamesmen. Where are you gonna show up?
God damn it, why am I getting adverts on my fucking Twitch Prime account? Fucking bullshit.
Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we are live.
I swear.
Alright, you ready to start then?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just claiming some Prime loot.
Wait, are you yeah, you're host on this one. It's been forever.
Yeah, it's my turn to belch down the microphone, apparently. Okay, yeah, that seems to be fine. So I'm going to try this random lager. It was in my beer box.
It's very bright, so I can't tell what it actually
But it's not going to fit in this glass. It is Indie Lager by Four Pure Brewing Company. I don't know if you can do that.
A little bit.
I can't
Light
actually
makes a nice
see
glare on it. There you go. It still makes a glare, but I can read it at least.
Yeah. Right. Well, there we go. That's better. Actually, that's the screen bouncing off.
Oh.
Can. Inspired by adventure. Brewed with the finest malts, classic German aroma hop, and our house lager yeast, then matured at low temperature to bring out a delicate, spicy, and lemon zest hop flavor. This is a refreshing and easy drinking craft lager with smooth, crisp finish.
Sexy.
Always store and serve cold. It's been out in my front porch, so it's nicely chilled. And it's not all going to fit in this glass. And I'm pouring with my wrong hand. Apparently, I have become left-handed. Oh, crap.
Well, I'd say we have two people watching this. What the fuck?
Well,
Sorry,
that was probably me when I was watching it. You when you were watching it.
Update.
Do you like my new hoodie?
What was that? Oh. Oh, yeah, your Windows 10 one.
Yeah, it's yes, hello.
Shirt.
Hello, Jam 442. Yes, it is. Well, it's actually not too bad. I get this from Beer 52. I get a monthly beer subscription. Guess we better start.
Yeah, probably.
You ready?
Actually listening. Yes, I am ready.
Greetings, guys, gals, and gilbies, and welcome to another episode of the Gamesmen podcast. We're here to play roles, and this week I am taking the role of your host. My name is Dan, hardly Dan Natman, and with me, as ever, I have Gary Amorous89 Lever. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing fantastic. Yeah, new thing to the show. Hey, Mr. Rain's actually watching too. Yeah, I am doing good. It feels like forever since we've actually recorded.
Yeah, well, it has been a while.
Yeah, Dan, why don't you tell people what happened last week? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I ended up going to the hospital last week. My blood pressure and heart rate went through the roof. Dangerously high. My mum called the NHS Direct line to ask for advice, and they said you need to go into hospital. And so I went into hospital. It was actually quicker for Mum to drive me into the hospital than from an ambulance to have come from the hospital to here and then take me back. So she drove me in. I spent about half an hour in emergency before I got... Actually, it was probably less than that. There were loads of other people in there with head injuries and things. I got seen quite quickly. I guess when your heart's going a bit wonky, they get kind of worried about that.
Right. I remember my dad called the hospital. Well, he called the ambulance for whenever he almost had his heart attack, and he got taken straight in. So yeah, hearts help.
Yeah. They weren't too sure what was happening, and then that night, they admitted me. That night, my temperature went up to 38.9, which is 102.2 in Fahrenheit. So they basically figured that it was probably an infection that was making my heart go ape shit. But to make sure, they did a load of scans. Turns out I've got a wonky heart valve that I've had all my life. Hearts normally have the aorta normally has three kind of lobes on it that open and close, whereas mine's got two. So it's like
It's like your heart has a
weird.
vagina.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, about 5% of the population have that, so it's not incredibly uncommon.
We always knew you were special.
Yeah, Mama always said I was special. So yeah, I've got to keep an eye on that. I've got a kidney stone, but that's only about 6 meters big.
Still not gonna feel good when you piss it out.
No. Still, yeah, it's nothing to worry about. So yeah, I spent the best part of a week in hospital. Which is why we didn't record last
We didn't
week.
record last week because you're at your mom's too after you got back. So
Yeah, I'd only just got back, so I was still feeling pretty rough.
yeah, and when just because you're in a hospital sitting in a bed doesn't mean you're technically resting.
No, not at all. Especially when you can't sleep because you're in a ward with a load of other quite old men who snore for England.
Snore for England. And then you
ended
told
up
me one guy was like staring at you.
Yeah, there was an old guy kept staring at me, and he was like, he got offended because I had too much technology with me. I had my phone and a tablet. He had his phone and a tablet. So I'm a bit kind of like, why are you taking you've got the same, fuck it.
He was jealous about your shitty phone.
Yeah. Oh God. It was lucky I got that tablet when I got it though. It was actually quite good timing. So I watched a lot of stuff on that, which we'll be coming to in a bit. How's your week been?
It's been pretty good. Well, I mean, so since we didn't record last week, it was Thanksgiving, and I made foods, and we still have fucking turkey left over. Ain't all stuffing though, but yeah, like after eating all the turkeys and stuff, Snow decided I'm gonna eat the fucking carcass, even though I fucking like jammed it and like literally I fucking jammed it in there with like this metal tin so she couldn't get to it. But no, she knocks over the fucking garbage, rips that out, and fucking eats the entire fucking turkey carcass and was shitting out basically bone shit. It was very interesting. Yeah. I fucking hate her sometimes. Can't leave shit alone. Whenever I fucking block it, you don't go for it. But, yeah, so she did that. But I made, like, turkey biscuits and gravy. Biscuits as in the fluffy things, not the cookie things. So, yeah, did the whole turkey day stuff and ate a lot and wanted to sleep a lot. And, yeah, just kind of just lazed about for 5 days. It was kind of nice. Just doing nothing. Watching a lot of movies, though. But I did get, as you can see in the background now, if I point this up, I got LEDs in this room, so now I actually have light and I can actually see in this place whenever it's really dark out. So that's good. But, yeah, doing that actually kind of made me, like, I want to start working and finishing this shit off. Like, finishing the drywall and the mudding and, well, I mean, the drywall is done, but doing the mudding and then the sanding and painting, I gotta do all that stuff. And then get all that done and eventually get this damn floor stained. That'll happen eventually. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to actually work on this place again. So I think I'm going to save it until the end of this month because I'm taking 11 days off at the end of the year. And it's going to be so nice so nice to get a reset on life, basically. Because, yeah, it's been a hard year, so, but there's a lot of stuff to do. Um, but I mean, other than that, like, I've been playing games, watch movies, and all that, so I guess I'll get into, like, movies and TV and stuff. So this has been, like, a couple weeks since I did this shit, but, I watched, Netflix brought out a Ron White, uh, Netflix comedy thing, and I watched that, and it was fucking hilarious. I love Ron White, and it was so good. You should definitely go watch that shit. I can't remember. He's talking about geese and stuff, and we had geese on the hill whenever I was a kid, and how he talks about them is exactly how I fucking feel about them because they're fucking evil. They fucking chase you. They try to
Noisy
bite
fuckers.
you. Oh
There's
yeah,
shit
that too.
everywhere.
Dude, that's fucking any animal. You should have sheep. They shit everywhere, and they have a lot of shit and big balls, and it's oh. Just gonna call my cousin on this one. He used to fucking put. He hated this one sheep. He actually punched it in the fucking head once after it headbutt him. Actually, that same sheep like knocked me fucking like it just went full force, hit into me, and knocked me like 10 feet down the hill. And I just surprisingly didn't fall over, but I slid down the hill. It was oh my god, it sucked. It hurt, but yeah, like he fucking just punches this sheep in the head after it fucking hit him. But yeah, so speaking of that one specific sheep, he took a stick once whenever we were like, yeah, I don't even remember how old we were. I knew I was young, and he's like 3 years older than me, so he took a stick and he poked it in the fucking balls. Oh god. But yeah, so I am used to having farm animals, but yes, geese are fucking evil motherfuckers. I don't know why my uncle ever had them, but they sucked
They
a
taste
lot.
good.
Yeah, if you're eating them, why the fuck are you keeping them around other than if you're gonna fucking eat them eventually? Um, yeah, they're assholes, but
They're
yeah,
also good for a good source of fertilizer and quite good at eating pests and things that they
what
might.
kind of pests would they eat? They're not gonna eat like
Insects,
rats or anything.
no insects, and leather jackets and other annoying stuff that are a pain to get rid of on.
Wait, leather jackets, is that
It's like a beetle kind of thing that'll cut
we call 'em-
through under the ground, ruin like your root crops.
So I wonder if that's the same for us as a because we call one thing that's kind of like a bee, but it's not. We call them yellow jackets. I'm guessing that's probably what you're talking about. Um, but well, we have ground bees that bore into the ground like fucking like last year the ones that stung my mom. They made an 8-inch hole in the ground, like
Huh.
fucking insane nest that they built underground. And the best way to get rid of them is you pour gas in, you fucking light them on fire.
Well,
And
leather
watch.
jacks are the actually they mainly attack grass roots, but they're the larva of crane flies or daddy long legs.
Well, since you have it pulled up, put it in the channel, look at it, see exactly what it is. See if it's what we think or I think they are. Um, but yeah, so that's the Ron White special. Very good. It was funny. I mean, if you've ever watched anything by or listen, watch whatever anything with Ron White, like it's always good. Um, I was worried about doing this, but I watched the Adam Sandler 100% fresh, because kind of grew out of Adam Sandler over the years with everything he's done like after probably Billy Madison movie
Yeah,
wise.
with everything being pretty shit.
Yeah. So watch this and it was actually good. It's not like just a stand up special. It's a bunch of clips of him going to different places and doing shows, and bits he does, and the one thing that people probably forget about Adam Sandler is like his him doing his songs and
He was
shit.
once funny. Most
Yeah,
people forget that.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, he's doing songs. There's one oh I should fucking change that one song over out into what was it? What's that ear that boxers or MMA guys get?
Cauliflower ear.
Cauliflower ear, yeah.
You
He
get
has
it for
this
playing
song.
rugby as well.
Yeah, he has a song that he does about that, and it's funny. But I was like, okay, this is good, and then at the very end, and it fucking brought a tear to my eye. He fucking did a song about Chris Farley, and like I was like, damn it, you got me. It's like I love Chris Farley so much, and like he did a kind of tribute song to Chris Farley. I was like, okay, I kind of love you again. Oh, it was so good, and I was like, he's like singing about him and stuff, and I'm like, because Chris Farley was fucking awesome. And he also brought it up, Lunch Ladyland. Oh, fuck, it's so good. But yeah, that was actually good. So, I mean, I would say watch it. It'll actually make you like Adam Sandler again, because it's not a fucking movie he's in. So, yeah, that stuff was good. I watched Black Mirror, and, well, so I accidentally started off on season 4 because that's where it took me. Like, I went in, this was a while ago whenever I actually watched that episode. But I went in and remembered to turn it back to season 1. And I think it was the first or second episode had Jodie Whittaker, who now plays the Doctor, in it. And she swears in it. So I'm like, what?
Is that the one where they're trying to steal stuff from a warehouse and this robot dog thing attacks?
No. This
Oh,
is the episode where um, they have an implant put in and they can see their memories.
okay.
Yeah, their eyes like glass over and like they can look through and shit. And basically shows you how that's gonna ruin your fucking life. So I will not be getting that procedure if it ever happens. But yeah, the whole thing, with her and her boyfriend. I don't know if I can't remember if they were married in that, but yeah, the whole thing and
See,
like,
the second episode of that is 15 million merits where you exercise to gain credits.
yeah, it has the guy from Get Out in it, and yeah, that kind of has the voice or an equivalent or of like America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent or any of those, and
Yeah, singing competition show.
yeah, and they fucking turn the guy that or the girl that the guy liked into a fucking porn star.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting episode. I felt bad for the one girl because the one girl liked the guy and like she's just watching the thing going like. But yeah, like the episodes that I
I
watched so
don't think
much.
she's actually in that one.
Jodie Whittaker, no, she's only in the
No.
one episode so far that I've watched. I've only watched like 3 or
Which
4
one
out
did
of
you
the first.
think she was in?
The one. If you have them up, say the titles, and I'll know which
The
one.
entire history of you?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's been a
think that's the
while.
first episode.
Oh yeah, it's sort of like a digital video recorder for the brain.
Yeah. So like you can go back in your memories and like kind of
Yeah.
what is that one thing on the phone? Like you can you can put up a YouTube video on your phone and send it over to like the TV and stuff. Basically that's what you do with memories. Very very interesting things that they bring up and well I think you were telling me to watch it and also um the stuff they don't want you to know they brought it up episode like way back in episodes that I listen to now and I don't know I just finally decided to. Well, I'm like going through Netflix, and that's been like my crux anymore. Is like I'm going through Netflix, and like, what the? And I'm like, scroll, scroll, scroll. I'm just like, what the fuck do I want to watch? And I finally went. I'm gonna watch Black Mirror, and
There's
because
some
they're like
great
very,
episodes
yeah,
out
they
here.
have some very crazy things. And who's the guy that fucked the pig?
Or in real life, or
Well, isn't that what that episode is taken from?
no, that episode released before the whole Piggate thing
Oh,
actually
really?
happened.
Oh,
Before
wow.
anyone knew about the whole Piggate
Because I
thing.
thought it looked like the same guy, kind of. So I thought it
Yeah,
was about him. But
no. It just happened. It was one of those happy coincidences where it turned out.
happy coincidence. Yes, that's how I thought about that. Yeah, see, Mr. Rain said Yellow Jackets when he said that. Oh, he said that like fucking 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, episode one of season one of Black Mirror is called the National Anthem, and it's about the Prime Minister, who is
Oh, was that the first
basically,
episode?
yeah, that was episode one of season one.
Wow. Okay.
Uh, a member of the royal family's kidnapped, and the only way to get her back is for the Prime Minister to, well, fuck a pig, basically. And then
And
it turned out a few years after that was aired that the Prime Minister had to basically do something involving a dead pig and his genitals to get into this club at the university he was at.
yeah, he had to stick his dick in a pig's mouth or whatever it was. But
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
yeah.
happy coincidence.
So happy. But
I mean, not so happy for him, but
no. But
certainly made me chortle.
yeah. And like, man, like that episode was, well, now that it's, shit came out, and now I watch this episode, it's like, and it was so just cringy. It was like, ugh. Yeah, like this guy actually had to fuck a pig, and then spoiler alert, the fucking girls uh left out like a half an hour before he actually had to do it. And yeah, and they're like, he's gone on for an hour, and like people are still just fucking staring at the screen. And I love the one fucking guy just laying in his bed fucking watching this. He's like, yeah. Oh, so fucking, just thinking about it, because like my brain just goes kind of deep in like fucking visually seeing what the fuck's happening as these people are watching it on the screen. I'm like, God, this is fucked up. And it's like, why the fuck are you people watching this shit? And why are you watching it for an hour? Nobody fucking turned off their TV. Everyone just sat there and just watched it happen. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's one of those things that if it actually happened, you'd have that morbid curiosity. You'd kind of have to, the next day at work, people are like, did you see that? Did you see him?
Oh yeah, I'd probably see it, but I wouldn't fucking watch the entire thing. I'd get off and get out. Oh man, yeah, that was a fucked up episode. But yeah, the guy from Get Out, like I'm watching this shit, and like these episodes came out years ago now, and I'm watching. It's like Jodie Whittaker, she's Doctor Who. The guy from Get Out's doing this, and I'm like,
yeah, the
God
first
damn.
series came out in about 7 years ago. 4th of December, the first episode was aired, 2011.
Well, I didn't even know it was that long ago. Holy shit! But
Yeah.
yeah, like it's a very interesting TV series, and like the first one that I watched was it was from season 4. It was, I don't know how to. It's not VR, because they put this thing on their head and like their eyes glass over, and like they're in this virtual world thing. And this guy takes DNA from people at his work and fucking like puts them on basically a knockoff like Star Trek thing. And
Yeah. It's kind of attaching a computer to your brain, and so you feel and smell and see everything that's running in that program,
yeah,
rather than just seeing it.
I love the end of that episode. Um, because they get out of his like pocket world thing that he made, off the servers and stuff, and they went through the update and got into the actual like real like world thing that's out there, and the first person they come up to is like, "Show me your tits." Yep, that sounds about right. Good job. But yeah, I love what I watched of Black Mirror so far. I'm surprised how good it is, and like, I guess how ahead of the curve they are, because they got a prime minister fucking a pig on, and like, it's like they're predicting the future. But yeah, no, what they're doing is really cool.
Yeah, the one I was thinking of, it's not Jodie Whittaker. It's another northern female actress who's very good, Maxine Peake. She is in one of the episodes in series 4 called Metalhead. That's very
yeah,
good
I haven't seen
episode.
that one yet.
It's actually got the lowest rating of pretty much all of them, but I really enjoyed it. It kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, the other
But yeah,
thing
you've
that
got some really great episodes to go through. I'm
yeah,
kind of jealous.
the other thing that made me want to watch it more was people said it's kind of like the Twilight Zone.
Mm.
Yeah, like a high red, like it's kind of a take on Twilight Zone, because it's like different scenarios people are in and stuff. Which I kind of want to watch the Twilight Zone, because I've only seen maybe 3 episodes in my life, and I know there's some really good ones out there and stuff. But,
I'm just looking on the IMDb page for Series 5. All I know, well, actually, I can tell that there's
Series
a lot.
5 isn't even out on Netflix, right?
No, it's not out at all. But I do have the cast list, and apparently it's coming out this year. So I'm guessing soon.
It has to be soon. We only got a month left. By the
Yeah,
way, it's
well,
December 1st. Hello, everybody. Merry
they do
Christmas
tend to
time.
release in December. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, I
yeah.
mean, I need to make it through all the episodes so I can, I
Actually, I
guess.
don't have a full cast list. I've got a cast list of 2. There's a guy called
Wow.
Todd being played by Greg Kierick, and a student called Julian Ferro. Mr. Ains just said he's seen a ton of episodes of Twilight Zone and highly recommends watching them. I do too. And The Outer Limits. I always used to enjoy that.
I've heard of the Outer Limits, so I've definitely not seen any of that. And yes, so I listened to this podcast called Laser Time. I was completely fucking blank for a second. I listened to Laser Time. They just had Miss Rain. You should listen to that episode actually of Laser Time. I think it was only 2 weeks ago. They talked about Twilight Zones and some of like the best episodes and like just about it in general, and it's really interesting. Laser Time's really good. Like, it's a good pop culture show. Talk about a bunch of different things. They'll like talk about different movies that come out. Normally it's Marvel movies, it seems like, anymore. But
Also, Twilight Histories is a good podcast to listen to. It's all about kind of time travel, but it's a different universe where things are slightly different. And really great episodes. I've really enjoyed listening to that.
okay. Yeah, there's quite a lot of well, that's great. It doesn't even bring up a picture of a yellow or a leather jacket. It brings up a fucking leather jacket. Sorry, I just opened that thing. All right. So moving on, because this could be a long episode, but we don't have any news. But there's a lot of a news segment that, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I guess I'm just gonna go in order of how stuff's in here. So you have watched Bones. What have you watched with Bones?
I've watched loads of Bones. I'm on
season.
I started on season 1,
Okay.
and now I'm on season 8.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Bones recently.
I actually should watch them all again because it's been forever.
It's kind of cheesy.
I still like it. I liked it a lot whenever I was watching it, but I don't know if I've ever watched them in
I
order?
I was writing some notes on my tablet for to remember to put into the show notes, and because of a weird autocorrect, I now call one of the stars David Boring Anus.
Okay. What's his real name?
David Borealis. I can't remember.
David Boreanaz. Is that the one scientist guy with a beard?
No, no, it's the guy who plays the FBI agent
Oh,
that was
the
in.
descendant of John Wilkes Booth. Um,
Yeah, the
okay,
guy
I
who was
did
in
not know that that was his real name.
Boreanaz.
Yeah,
Boreanaz.
he played Angel in Buffy.
And he played Angel in Angel.
Yeah, yeah, he had his own series too. I don't, th- I don't think I've ever actually watched Angel, but
I had good cello in the intro um, music.
yeah, I did,
Yeah.
like, I love Bones. Bones is very interesting. I don't know why I love that fucking character that has no fucking emotions.
Oh, yeah, the guy who ends up going to the loony bin.
But I was like, I'm talking about Bones herself
Oh, right. Well, she's
because
kind of
like,
hot.
well, she, and that, but yeah, she's I can't remember what the fuck condition I would say that she has, but she's very logical and all that stuff, and fucking puts logic into everything, and like just talking about like love and
She
stuff.
seems completely normal to me.
Dan, I'm sure you have more emotions than that.
Not really, no. She's hyper rational, basically. Yes.
Yeah, but no, Bones is fucking good. I don't know why. There are a couple episodes that like I remember a lot of, and I kind of want to watch them all again because I want to see what real world stuff they pulled into these episodes. Now that I know a lot about serial killers and
Yeah, that
people that are
there's
killed and all that stuff.
there have been bits where I'm like, oh well, this is just based on that, and there's actually one bit where she's talking about running for president, and she's like, well, Trump's having a go at it. This was like before Trump, actually, because like 4 or 8 years ago, whenever it was,
Yeah,
he was considering running, and
yeah. He
you
said
know,
that in the election before the last one.
yeah,
Yeah,
so there's actual real stuff from that. Um, and there's some 9/11 bits in there, but yeah, there are serial killers where they've taken some of their story and tweaked it a little bit.
yeah.
Can't
That's
remember
why.
off any of the top of my head, but I do remember thinking, oh well, this is. I think it might have been a cult rather than a serial, but
Well, there's quite a lot in there. Hell, like there's the one cannibal guy, and then you find out that the one person that's working there is like his apprentice and shit. It's like holy
yeah, it's
fuck.
almost like the Sith.
Yeah,
There's one master and one apprentice, and
yeah,
then the apprentice becomes the master and trains another apprentice.
yeah. And
Very
like,
like this.
I mean, there's so much in that show that I just kind of want to go back and take with a new set of eyes because like
Yeah.
there's so many things that I've learned just over the past couple of years because I listen to all these fucking serial killer podcasts and stuff anymore. It's like I'll probably notice a lot more now. Wow, that's like that person or that person.
I was talking to someone in the hospital, one of the nurses, and it was like, yeah, it's weird. I listen to a lot of stuff about serial killers and cults and stuff, and I'm watching Bones. I'm trying to figure out the perfect murder. And she was like, ah, okay. I was like, yeah, you can't kill anyone you know because that's a direct link to you. So it'd have to be a stranger, and then you got to work out how to not leave any evidence, and then she didn't talk to me again.
I wonder why, Dan. She's like, he's fucking gonna kill me. We just met. He's wearing a fucking gown.
I wasn't wearing a gown. I didn't have to wear a gown.
Oh, okay.
But they don't let you sleep naked, so I had to wear some pajamas.
But I guess we should keep moving on from this. Huh? We're fucking
Doctor
30
Who.
minutes in here. Yeah, I've
I've
been
been.
watching Doctor Who. Okay, so I think I can't remember if it's the last podcast we were on or if you just said it to me. How are you taking to the new Doctor now?
A bit better.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's I really like the episodes that actually hark back to what Doctor Who was meant to be about
Mm-hmm.
when it was first first aired. Um it was always meant to be an educational show and less about running away from aliens and lasers and stuff.
I did
Um
like the one with Rosa Parks in it.
yeah, so we had Rosa Parks, we had the one about the splitting up of India and Pakistan.
Yeah.
That was a good episode. Those episodes seem to be the better written episode, and I've enjoyed them more. Annoyingly, they've written it so that the only way generally to fix everything is by her using her sonic. Not even a sonic screwdriver anymore. It's just a sonic.
It's not Sonic. Um, but another thing that seems to be coming out of the sonic screwdriver as well is I don't remember reading everything through it. You know, staring at it and go, "Oh, it's this." It's like, what? Normally they just use it to open shit or something. I don't know.
Oh, it looks
It's
like
over.
Jeremy has joined us in the chat.
Oh, shit.
His perfect murder is go far away, take a cigarette from an ashtray from a local bar, then just find a stranger and bury them, and dump the cig nearby. Then go home. There's still going to be a load of there's going to be a load of like DNA, skin cells, things like that.
Well, I mean, you'd wear a glove when you pick up that cigarette.
Ideally, you'd wear a complete boiler suit when you were
I won't
transporting the
look
person.
suspicious doing that. Stop.
You'd have to kill them and then put them into a body bag so that you can put them in your car and not get any trace evidence from your car onto the body.
Or you put, plastic all in the trunk and everything and,
Yeah, but just putting them in a body bag and then possibly then killing them, that would be...
Put them in the body bag and then stab them to death.
Well, no, because you don't want it to leak. You'd have to go for...
Strangulation?
You'd have to go for... No, blunt object. Twat them in the head with a baseball bat or something. Whilst they're inside the body bag, so you don't leave any bits from the baseball bat inside their head.
I mean, I guess the first thing you need to do is fucking, chloroform them or something. And then put them in the body bag. And then blood trauma them to death.
And then dig a
Seems
hole.
too hard. Come on, I'm listening to Happy Face, the podcast about the Happy Face killer, and he just fucking, just strangled women and fucked them and threw them out of a fucking trailer. Come on, I can't find that easy. Actually, if you just do a stranger states away, you actually can get away very easily. I've thought about that too, and I should have admitted that on a podcast.
Yeah, perhaps when I visit America.
Or at least in America. Oh, God.
So yeah, Bones, Doctor Who. That's about it for my TV programs. I have been watching films. I've watched the first Purge, which isn't the first Purge film. It's actually called The First Purge, and it's a prequel to
the first
Purge film. And it's about the experiment where they first do the first Purge. It's not bad. I mean, the series isn't great, but it isn't terribly shit either. I on Black Friday you could rent movies for $1.99 from Amazon, so
yeah,
I rented that.
I just want to watch shit all fucking day Friday.
I've got a few others that I haven't watched yet. I've got a month to watch them in, so that's all right.
Yeah.
So I saw that. It's all right. It's nothing special, but yeah, it's okay. And last night I watched Avengers: Infinity War, and I didn't realize that Voldemort was in the Marvel Universe.
Who's he playing there?
No, there's a character that looks like Voldemort in it.
Oh, you're talking about Squidward.
The,
But
the grey, the
yeah.
grey-faced guy that looks like Voldemort. Yeah.
I was like, wait, I thought you were talking about the actual actor. I was like, I don't remember seeing him. But yeah, the guy that Tony Stark calls Squidward. Is this
Yeah.
the first time you watched it?
Yeah.
Holy fuck! This is like the fourth time I've watched it because I just watched that this week. Big Brother, Mr. NSA. I don't want to do that. I'm just joining in the combo.
Yeah. It's all right. We're not going to. Yeah, we're not going to do anything, Jeremy. Don't worry.
Well, no, I think he's just talking to if the NSA is actually listening. It's not actually him. He's not gonna do it. Or are you? And you're trying to just trick.
So yeah, you've watched a few movies.
I've watched a lot of
Last couple of
movies.
weeks.
But before I get into my movies, real quick, The Walking Dead. Been a couple weeks since we did this podcast, and I can't remember if we did the podcast before Rick left the show. That was interesting how that happened. I can't say anything about the show. There are slow episodes. There are like interesting episodes. This last one was really interesting because they finally brought in the Whispers like full force, and they killed somebody. And I was very upset about how they killed him because it's such a cheap shot, but it makes sense because they're kind of hiding in plain sight. Using walkers. If you haven't seen the actual comic book or graphic novel, whatever they're calling it, you don't really know who or what the Whispers are. But then they also gave a preview for what's going to happen in February because it's over until then. Which sucks. I hate fucking mid-season breaks. Fuck that.
Yeah, the person who came up with the idea of mid-season breaks needs to be hanged, drawn, and quartered.
I don't know if
In
it'd
my
be
opinion.
more fun to hang them and then draw and quarter them. Maybe like half.
Well, that's
draw
how
and
you
quarter
do
and
it.
then hang.
You hang them
They're already
until
dead. They don't get the fluid if they're drawn and quartered.
You don't hang them properly, so you don't break the neck.
Why would you even just hang them, like choke them or something?
It's an old British thing. I don't know. I'm not that old.
Not that old. I wasn't in the fucking 1600. I don't know. Whatever the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, I was born in 1979. We'd stopped doing that by then.
Right. Hell, they stopped doing the guillotine. Actually, no.
Don't think
I think they were still doing the guillotine. Was it in the 70s or 80s? I can't remember when the last guillotine was.
Well, I don't think we've ever used it over here because that was a French invention.
That was very French. Let's cut their fucking head off. Whoa. That was
invented by Mr. Guillotine.
Guillotine. But yeah, so can't really say anything about The Walking Dead. It's okay. Maggie's gone, like randomly gone. Like, because they did after Rick got, we'll just say gone to not like say any spoilery kind of thing. Like they did a 6-year jump and then Maggie's already gone, so it's like okay, because we knew she was leaving and the guy who plays Rick was leaving the show. So yeah, they got both of them gone in fucking one episode. Very, very surprising. But yeah, it's got good episodes. It's got kind of okay episodes, but nothing's like, you know, it's like, oh, well, actually the last episode was pretty like, holy fuck, you know. We're gonna see what's happening with the Whispers and stuff in February. So yeah, so I've run out of American Horror Story, ran out of Walking Dead. The only thing left is 2 episodes of Doctor Who, right? I think it's 2, maybe 3. I can't remember.
Yeah, the Christmas special is going to be a New Year's special. So
Oh, it's not even going to be Christmas weekend.
No, they. She's not going to be around for much longer because she's not enjoying the way it's being handled. So I think we've got one more small series with her, and then we'll have a new dog.
Wow. Well, of course, we've already said about how like we're not completely enjoying how I don't know if she's not having fun playing the role in general. That's why we can't get into it. I don't know, but yeah, she's definitely not a doctor that I'm loving. Um, I hope they don't go back to guy. Like I would like to see a good female lead, but it's just not
And
great. By the way,
yeah,
this
it's
last
nothing.
episode with her being a woman and like the whole fucking it's so like I I completely understand because her being a female or the doctor
Oh yeah,
being a
this was
female,
the Witchfinder General episode, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Witchfinder General assistant, what? And like, oh, and the guy that played fucking King James, I love that guy. I really love him, and he's gay too, so I guess I can actually love him if I wanted to. But fuck, he was so good. Like I love his acting. But yeah, so that shit happened. All right, so let's get through the rest of this stuff because we're going way too long in the first segment. But we've been away for a while, so it's okay. So movie wise, I've watched a lot. I didn't even put fucking half of it in here. Because I can't even remember. Oh, I did watch The Prodigy, which was an interesting movie. Um,
Was that anything to do with the British band?
no, this was
Oh.
about a girl who had like mind power things.
Do you mean she was clever?
No, she actually had like um, shit. What the fuck they call that?
Telekinesis?
Yeah, I guess that's probably
What
what
could
it
she
is.
do?
Um,
She moved
well, she
stuff with the
could. Yeah,
power.
she could move because they did play chess. She did move stuff with her mind. But she could also, well, yeah, we'll just go telekinesis. I mean, I think she killed people too, so probably broke neck.
Okay, just a quick thing from Mr. Jeremy Humberson. He needs a posse in Red Dead Redemption Online. Which version do you need it in? Are you on Xbox or
I
PlayStation?
believe he's a PlayStation guy. Well, I
Because
know
I
he has
am
on
joining.
Well, I know he has a PlayStation because we play Monster Hunter on there.
I
Um,
have a group of friends whose group I'll be joining later.
yeah, and I have Red Dead Redemption 2 on PS4, so I can be there. Oh, and don't forget to say, he says, who aren't pussies.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was kind of. Jeremy, if you don't have me on PS4, add Hardly Dan, and we shall sort something out later once we finish this podcast. We're kind of slowing it down now, though. So
Yeah. But well, the rest of this podcast should go fairly quick after this segment. Um,
yeah, I haven't played much.
yeah. So anyway, movies. Man on the Moon, where Jim Carrey plays Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember why I decided to watch it.
Was it because of the REM song?
No. I don't know. I finally decided to watch it, and it was very interesting. And like, it just takes, Jim Carrey playing through basically Andy Kaufman's life and everything, and all the emotions
I've got
he
the
went through
REM
and
song
stuff.
stuck in my head now.
But yeah, Man on the Moon was a good movie. And then there's also Truman Show, which I'm thinking of watching that too. And just to put in here, I basically watched every fucking Marvel movie in the past couple weeks. So let's just go through what I've watched: Iron Man 2, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers: Infinity War, Captain America the first Avenger, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I don't know why I'm watching all of them again. I just am. Maybe I'm getting ready for Avengers 4 to
I'm
come
not
out.
entirely sure if I actually got round to watching Civil War.
I'm gonna kill you. It's the one where they break up the boy band.
Yeah, I don't.
Did
don't
you
really
see
remember
Captain
if
America and Iron Man fight?
I don't remember. What part of not remembering don't you understand?
Well, I mean, I would hope you remember like the fucking end of the movie where it's a big fucking fight between them. And
I
yes, I
don't
am a nerd.
remember.
The 5th of November.
I'll need to watch it to see if I've
Yeah, go watch it again. It's a good
seen it.
movie.
Sorry, I've just realised I purchased some games and I haven't added them to the relevant things.
I bought a few games. They had that whole Black Friday. Well,
Yeah, I got
think
the Crew
autumn
2.
sale, I think is what they call it.
I got the Crew 2 on Green Man Gaming
Oh,
with a
yeah.
nice discount. And actually, I know loads of people have learnt the hard way not to pre-order stuff. But I have pre-ordered Just Cause 4 because I got a nice discount on it, being a VIP member of Green Man Gaming.
Yeah.
So, woohoo!
But yeah, that's life, movies, and everything. We spent almost an hour in this fucking show doing this.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much.
Let's go into the games, I guess.
Well, no, there's a few other things. I have made some purchases whilst I've been ill.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got myself
I
a new
see.
camera, which is freaking awesome. It's a mirrorless camera with
As you
interchangeable
do this, I'm
lenses,
gonna make myself a drink, so keep talking.
and hopefully I'll be able to use it for as a better camera than my webcam, and it's actually good enough to actually use as a video camera as well. So that's pretty cool. I'll be getting some nice 1080p video from that. It can't really do 4K very well, but it's not really designed for that. It's more of a stills camera. I've bought myself a NAS, a network attached storage device. It's 4 terabyte Western Digital with the two Western Digital 2 terabyte drives in there, red ones, so they're rated for 24/7 workloads. I'm going to put all of my music and movies and TV shows onto that, so I can stream them anywhere in my house or in the world, for that matter. So that's going to be quite handy. And I bought myself an Xbox,
That's
One.
right, you did buy yourself an Xbox One. I forgot about that.
Yeah, got myself an Xbox One X.
Jeez, you didn't even go fucking for the regular.
No, I got a 1 terabyte Xbox One X, and the only reason I have the game that came with it is because it was the cheapest Xbox One X deal on Amazon for Black Friday. So I have Fallout 76. I haven't played it yet, though.
I can see that in the next section.
Yeah. So yeah, stuff we've been playing. Have I tried anything advertised on other podcasts? Oh yeah, I've got a new watch by Movement. I really rather like. If you can see that.
It's advertised on a podcast?
Movement watches. Oh yeah. I really like Movement
Nothing I've
watches. They're
ever
generally
listened
not incredibly expensive, but quite nicely well made. This is one of those ones that winds themselves.
to. Oh yeah.
So it's a nice. Let's get this up. You can see that moving around inside. That counterweight.
Not really. I think the screen isn't helping. It either goes black or it's too bright to see inside.
Okay, well, there's a counterweight on the inside that moves around, and that winds up for the watch. I went for this.
Oh, that's cool.
Quite nice, understated. Bourbon, leather brown, kind of looks like bourbon watch strap with a rose
Like
gold.
bourbon.
Yeah, nice little kind of dress watch. So I'm wearing that at the moment to charge it off because I'm going to keep moving it to charge it up instead of having to wind it up.
Just keep it on the hand that you jack off with, you'll be fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm right-handed, not left-handed.
No, you just need to switch wrists at that point. I'll fucking run this for years!
I want to overwind it.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, games. You've been playing way more games than I have. I've got another random beer here. Dennis Hopper. This is called Dennis Hopper. Brilliant. Um, this is an IPA.
I don't like
Dennis
IPAs.
Hopper.
I am not a hoppy man.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm too fat to be hoppy anyway, so. But anyway, yeah, let's get into my games. So Monster Hunter, I've been playing more of that. Um, I think, well, yeah, mostly on the PC. I've been, well, helping myself and helping Rogue get up, and we're like at the same point now, as far as I know. He just keeps doing random missions. He's gonna be way higher than me whenever we actually finish the game. Um,
did his Switch turn up?
nope. Hopefully, he does the whole thing with GameStop and gets the money back so I can have rent and I can actually pay taxes for this year. I owe like $500 for that shit. Anyway, so yeah, Monster Hunter, same thing, fun. By the way, speaking of Jeremy being around, he got Monster Hunter for free on the PC with his new graphics card. So yay! So
Oh, cool.
yeah,
What
so
graphic card?
I do not remember. Yeah, I can't remember which. I don't know. I see like the fucking PC chat shit has been so insane lately. I can't keep up with it. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe well, I mean if he's still in here, maybe he'll tell us. Um but before I talk about the game I've actually beaten, I played more Arizona Sunshine with American Dan. Um Watching each other fucking running around with I don't even know what those legs are. Um, you run around like you fucking shit your pants, basically, because they have running down so bad in that game. It's hilarious. But it's fun. It's another VR game. Love playing around with my VR stuffs. Speaking of VR, I bought Duck Season because it was on sale on the whole autumn sale shit. And I had Rogue play that, and I think he enjoyed that a lot more than playing Elite Dangerous for whatever reason. I think because he got to shoot shit. But yeah, Duck Season's a fun game for VR, and since I have it on Steam, well, I think we still have to reset everything up again, but you can play it. It's very interesting. It's actually not long. It's probably 2 hours, maybe 3, to get through the entire thing, and there are like 10 different endings to the game that you can get, depending on how you do stuff. But yeah, that game's that game's a lot of fun. Played Rocket League, of course, with Mr. Big Rob and Rogue, of course, and did some more of that stuff. And I'm to the point now. I'm like, we need to fucking like talk more because it's like we're going after the same ball. Well, I mean, there's only one ball. We're going after the ball at the same time. Like, we really need to fucking like vocalize this shit so we can actually, set stuff up. It's like, oh, I'm going after the ball. Okay, and then like it's like say somebody's going to the right, hitting the ball, and then I go to the left, like kind of set up, because I don't know. It just seems very random, and I would like to play with a little bit more teamwork because I mean we can talk to each other, so we should be saying what's going on because we can't like read minds. I wish I could. I did also pick up Planet Coaster because I love Roller Coaster Tycoon, and so I picked that up. I was playing it. Well, I was trying to play it. I don't know if I need to watch a video or something because right now, like, it's going really slow. I don't even know how to fucking like. I did a campaign.
I have that on my Steam.
Nope, it's okay. I bought it.
Had it for like, since it came out.
Yeah, since it came out. Yeah, I did not know that, or I would have played it by now. But I don't know. It was like 50% off or something like that, so I picked it up. But like I'm going through, I can't even fucking figure out how to open up my park. Like I started with a campaign, and I couldn't figure out what the fuck to do. So then I just went, I'm just gonna do sandbox mode, so I can just put down whatever I want. It doesn't matter how much money I have and shit. So I did that, and like I'm putting shit down, doing all this stuff. It's giving you like notifications like you need to have this because your employees need to have or be able to take a break and all this stuff, and like I'm trying to figure out what to fucking do. So once I figure out what I have to do, I'll be fine. But until then, like I have no idea how to fucking open my park. Because like I think with like Roller Coaster Tycoon, like you go to the gate and like you click on like you just hit the fucking green, like traffic light, and you just hit like the green one and it opens and everyone's coming in, because there are people like coming up to the gate, but they come up to the gate and turn right back around. So I guess
Yeah, I seem to remember it's a bit more in depth than the old
it's
ones.
very very
So yeah,
very.
watching a tutorial is probably a good idea because I've not really played it much either. I was just like, what the fuck? Ah,
Yeah,
fuck it, I'll
that's the
play
only
something
way
else.
I can think about how to figure it out, because uh as far as I know, there's no tutorial. So
No,
yeah, like they don't even they don't tell you
even Elite
anything. You
Dangerous
just
had a
go in.
tutorial. Not a
Yeah,
very good one, but
Elite Dangerous had good tutorials that show you how to get out, travel the
yeah, it taught you
galaxy
how
in your
to.
place.
Yeah, it taught you
And
how to do
Parker,
all the basic stuff like leaving a station, shooting.
yeah, like I mean, yeah, all I need to do is like have a tutorial saying this is how I. It took me forever to figure out how to make a path because I was going through the thing. I was like, "Where's the path at? Oh, it's over here, where nothing's at." So I'm like, because I just like whenever and I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's where the fuck it is." So yeah, I was like, I'm making paths and stuff, and I'm putting up um food shops and toilets and information booth, and like I got one ride right now, but I can't figure out how to turn the damn place on or open it up so people can actually come in. So yeah, I need to actually like watch a video or something how to actually play that game, because I have no fucking clue right now. But other than that, I got 2 games left. Resident Evil 6, been playing that with Boone, and because it's more of a co-op game, because like you play 2 people in this thing, and holy fuck, this is a long game, because it's not just you play through the game, you play through scenarios with different sets of characters, and there's like 5 or 6 or something like that, and it's taken us quite a few hours, and we still haven't finished the first scenario yet. And well, we're on the last bit of the first one. It's just taking forever, and I don't like this one that much. So I'm actually hoping that that's another one I bought because it went on sale. Resident Evil 5 was $5, so I picked that up because he was talking about 5, and I think we're having glitches or something on 6. I can't. Well, we definitely had a glitch because we had to start the whole thing over again because fucking guy that we were escorting got stuck on a fucking chair. God damn it. Shit pissed me off. But yeah, so I kind of want to play 5 because I know I had fun playing that game whenever I played it fucking almost 10 years ago now. I did start up Resident Evil 4, but I never got around to playing it. I don't know, apparently it's Resident Evil time for me because I played Resident Evil 7 this week. And I beat Resident Evil 7 this week. Literally today. Woo! Yeah, that is a very interesting game. And it goes from you're in this house to holy fuck, this house is gigantic, to leaving the house finally. It's like, oh yeah, I left the house. It's been like 4 hours that I played this game. I gotta go to another fucking house? So you gotta go down a path and you go to this old house and you go in there and you do shit and come out and somehow you end up in a fucking gigantic ship So then you're on a ship, and you gotta go through this entire thing. It's gigantic. And then you go to, for whatever reason, how this thing even is around this area, you go to a salt mine, and then you finally finish the game. It's like, fuck. Game's just so long. But it was fun. It was really interesting, and like the story to the game is really interesting too. It's kind of insane. But I I agree with people that I have heard say it is a very good Resident Evil game. Kind of goes back to its roots with kind of the horror aspect more than, you know, being actiony and stuff. The one thing that did piss me off about it was I couldn't figure out what to do for like I think it is the first two boss battles that you actually do. Couldn't figure out what the fuck to do, so I had to look up a video and watch you gotta do and go, oh, okay, and then like go back and do it. Cause they don't tell you anything, like you just kinda have to go in and figure it out. And well, whenever I actually did the right thing, I did it at the wrong time, so it didn't work right. But yeah, so Resident Evil 7 is a very good game. I got a half off on the autumn sale, so that's another one that I bought. And I really enjoyed it. I really did. I and this is another thing that's like every Resident Evil game does this. Well, I don't know yet because I haven't gone back and played it yet, but you get to keep the weapons that you had, and so like you're just overpowered. You can fucking, you know, like run through the game and shit, and you know, just kill shit that was fucking pissing you off before. And I kind of want to do that again. Probably beat it in half the fucking time and know where everything is now. But yeah, I really enjoy Resident Evil. And I'm glad that I finally played one for the first time in... Well, I mean, I did just
Yeah,
play
I don't
6,
think
but...
I've ever really played a Resident Evil. I should probably fix that at some point. I've watched the terrible, terrible movies.
They're not that terrible. They're not great. They're okay. They're not... I don't think they're terrible. I think they're okay. But, yeah, I kind of want... Well... I want to play through 4 again, because that was my favorite... Actually, that was the first Resident Evil I ever played, and it was my favorite.
I think it's widely considered to be the best as well, isn't it?
The only thing nowadays is the fact that it's fucking... you stand still as you aim your gun.
Yeah.
So it's like... Fuck. But I think if I use keyboard and mouse, I should probably be fine. I kind of want to try it out. Maybe I'll try it out tonight. Who knows? If... depending on what this shit goes on with Jeremy tonight, if we're playing Red Dead, I should probably make
How
sure
many
that that's
people can you
updated.
have in your posse?
I'm gonna say with it, or including you, it's probably 4. That's normally how this shit works. I mean, I think that's how it was on GTA Online, so I'm guessing it's the same. But yeah, that's my games. Dan, I see you added in like 5 other games.
Yeah. First off, a few things that I've bought and haven't played yet. Civilization 6 on the Switch. I didn't take that with me. It would have been an ideal game to play in hospital, but no, I forgot my Switch.
Make your mom run home and get it.
My Smash Brothers order has been sent. I'm looking forward to that arriving.
Shit, that is coming out.
Yep.
I haven't
So yeah,
ordered it yet.
I went for the one with the controller. So I have a...
I just remembered another game that I've been playing, and I should talk about real quick. I got Hey You Eevee, and it's really weird because like you're just going and catching Pokemon instead of battling them and then catching them. And I kind of don't like that because I'm getting extra fucking Pokemon that I don't want.
So hang on, is this like the new Pokemon game, or is it
the new Pokemon game on the Switch?
So yeah, you can get the Eevee or the
Pikachu.
Pikachu version.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
Let's Go, not Hey You.
yeah.
Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. That's why I
I
got
actually think
confused.
there is a Hey You Pikachu. But yes, it's Let's Go. I
Yeah,
should have thought about that because yeah, Go because you can also hook up the Pokemon Go, which apparently I should
yeah,
walk more because you can actually get other Pokemon by doing that. But
yeah,
and
yeah.
you can hook up your Pokeball to it. Yay! But I
Now,
was
I've
sitting.
never played a Pokemon game. Is this a good place to start, or should I just not bother?
Um, it seems easier right now, I guess, than a regular because normally in a Pokemon game you have your Pokemon, you're fighting, and then once they get weak enough, you throw out a Pokeball and you catch it. Well, with this game, it just seems like you throw a Pokeball out and you fucking catch it or escapes or whatever. But
I'm
then
guessing there's more to the game than just that.
yeah, there is actual battles. Um, which thank God for that. But apparently, it only happens with trainers. But the weird thing is, when you catch a Pokemon, it levels up all your Pokemon that you have, which just seems really weird. Um,
Okay.
it's fun. Don't. It's probably not worth the fucking $100 I spent on it to get the fucking Pokeball edition, because you
Okay,
don't
that's
need
not
it.
cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Pokeball because I've always wanted to have a Pokeball in my life. Um, I need to figure this out too, and I probably shouldn't do it anyway. Um, so I'm playing Pokemon at work, and I have a Pokeball in my hand sitting in my cubicle, and I throw my Pokeball out and to catch this thing. And then I realize there's a fucking noise coming out of my Pokeball. And I'm like covering it up. I'm like, fuck it. I'm looking around to see if people are like fucking staring at my cubicle because I have fucking sounds coming out of my Pokeball.
Can you not mute the Pokeball?
That's what I gotta figure out. Because I was like, oh, fuck. Because it's just making noise. I'm like, people are gonna fucking hear this. They're gonna fucking look over me. I'm gonna be a grown man holding a Pokeball, throwing it on my fucking screen.
Yeah, but only physically grown.
Hey, I got facial hair. I mean, it's not as big as yours. I still got facial hair.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. Physically grown, not mentally grown, just physically grown.
For some reason, I thought he said not physically. But, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm big enough to look like a man. I I have the mind of a man. I just like childish things. Get over it. But yeah. So I'm playing Pokemon at work, and I probably shouldn't do that ever again. Cause like I'm sitting there like feeling like I'm being judged.
Unless, of course, you find a way to mute it.
Well, still, I shouldn't be throwing a fucking Pokeball at my fucking Switch either. But
Couldn't you maybe just like put a load of blue tack in the speaker holes?
I don't know where the speaker is on that thing. I'd have to hold it up to my ear to figure it out. Yeah, I have no idea where that speaker is. Cause
I mean, I guess it could just take it apart and cut the speakers.
I don't want to do that. And oh well, I guess there is a way to take it apart because where you charge it at, there are two screws in there. So, but no, I'm not gonna fucking cut my speakers because maybe I want to hear fucking Pokemon scream out of my Pokeball at home.
Get
Anyway,
a soldering iron and cut one of the speaker leads, and then resolder it with a slightly longer one, and put a little switch in there, so you can switch it on and off. Ah,
how the fuck, like, one, I'm not that handy. I don't do anything
it's
with
really easy.
electronics. I don't do any of that shit.
Well, perhaps when I come and
Have
visit,
you
I'll
seen
do
what
it.
I've done to my fucking PCs over the year?
Yeah. Sorry, that was a bad idea. You might accidentally electrocute yourself somehow.
I don't know about electro. Just destroy my fucking Pokeball. So I'll have a ball that doesn't work anymore.
I put a load of LEDs in my mum's kitchen, and I had to solder all of it because I didn't have any of the right attachments. So I just soldered.
The fuck? What kind of LEDs are you putting up in there?
Strip LEDs that you can. They've got little bits you can cut
Why are you soldering them?
so that they get the power to them.
You know they make little things that you can just attach to them, right?
Yeah, but there was a long gap that I had to bridge, so I had to bring power down from up where the plug was behind the back of the cupboards, solder the 12-volt, the red rail, the green rail, and the blue rail onto one end, and then add wire onto the other end of that, go back up the back of it, across the gap where the extractor hood is, and then down the next cupboard, and then across. And then there's a 90-degree corner. I didn't have the corner bit, so I soldered more wire onto that end and then more on to the next.
For some reason that just seems more dangerous, but that's probably the only
It's only
soldering
low
I
volt.
could fucking do is connect one piece to another piece.
Well, no, it was 4.
When I'm talking about,
So
you
you've
know,
got,
one side to the other side, and then, you know, as you go across and stuff. Like, I could
yeah,
probably
it had
do
to be close.
that, but I don't trust myself doing anything complex.
There's like a 2 mil gap between each of the runs on the wiring on the LED ribbon, basically.
You're talking about
So
each contact point?
yeah,
Yeah.
you got the 12-volt and then the red, green, and the blue, and in between each one of those is like a 2 mil gap. So you don't want the solder spilling over till the other trace, otherwise it won't work properly.
My question is, I wonder how interested people are in hearing this.
Having the foggiest. Having the foggiest. So yeah, Civ 6, Smash. I also ordered a. There's a huge retro thing going on at the moment with people, getting their Nintendo classics and the PlayStation classic that's coming out. And I completely forgot about the Commodore 64 one. I had a look at
Oh,
the games
yeah.
that were on it, and there's one game that I really enjoyed playing as a kid, and that game's on it. So I had to.
That's the
So I've
only
got a
one you're going to
C64
play.
coming. No, there were other ones on there that interested me, but I really loved not Populous. No, it was Pop. No, it wasn't Populous. That different. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a platformer, and you had to go around these towers.
Which is weird by
And
the guy that says he fucking hates platforming games.
yeah, I really enjoyed that one. You're this little green froggy thing with 2 legs. I loved it. Nebulous, that was it.
Yes.
Really, really enjoyed that game. So I'm looking forward to playing that. I've been playing some more Red Dead Redemption 2, but not any new stuff because I was going through gaming withdrawal and I decided that I should pick it up for my Xbox One X. Seems I was stuck at mum's. So yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 on the
Wait, you
Xbox.
have it on both now?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, when I get myself a new TV with like 4K and HDR though, that's going to look awesome. Actually, no, Red Dead Redemption 2 won't because apparently they've not done it properly. Also, Halo Combat Evolved. Been playing a bit of that. The upscaled, re-released version.
On the anniversary edition or whatever.
Yeah, I think that was a 360 game that's now backwards compatible. But yeah, been playing that.
No, I think it was an Xbox One. I'll have to look. I think it's the Xbox One.
And so there's a few Halos I've not finished, so I got the collection and the latest one just because I might as well play them at some point. Obviously, I've also got myself the Game Pass, which actually I've had that for ages because I keep forgetting to cancel it.
The only thing I want to say is if we can do Halo 5 in co-op, I'd like to do that because I still haven't
that'd be
finished.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't finished Halo 5. Actually, I haven't
Okay,
made it very far at all, so I'll have
but
to
we'll
look
have
into
to do
that.
Burnout Revenge as well.
Love Burnout Revenge.
That game's fucking awesome. I love that game.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Um,
Burnout.
Another game I've been playing is Minute, spelt pretty much the way I pronounced it, Minit. Think of an old school top-down RPG like Zelda, um, and you're going through and discovering the map, discovering shops and stuff. But you've only got a minute before it
Minute.
restarts. That's why it's called Minute.
Hmm.
When you pick up, so it's got this kind of a rogue like gameplay to it. So when you find the sword, you don't have to keep going back to find the sword.
Yeah.
When you get your next upgrade, you don't have to keep going back to find the upgrade. It's a Devolver Digital title, and it's basically in grayscale. So it's not really pushing the Xbox One X or any other. I think it's available on just about everything, including the Switch. In fact, it might be at home on the Switch more than anything else. But yeah,
Oh
it's an
man, I love to
interesting.
play every once in a while.
That was given to me by someone on Twitter, actually.
I know.
Um,
You should remember
yeah.
that name.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to look
On Twitter?
at the DM that I got,
Oh, okay.
and it was by the wonderful Alex Trust. And she is at Alex Trust on Twitter. Yeah, video games, Warhammer, D&D, esports, stuff like that. Really lovely person, lives in London. And yeah, go check her out and go thank her for me for the wonderful stuff she's given me.
Thank you for giving that guy something to talk about on his podcast.
Yeah, she gave me oh damn it, I've just got the codes here, so I can't
Thank
actually tell
God
what they
you
were.
fucking didn't leave a gap in there.
Yeah, and so she gave me minutes. I think she gave me code for
Maybe VD, we don't know.
no, she gave me a code for a trial of Xbox access,
Live?
whatever it is. The you know
Xbox
the
Live?
no, not Xbox Live, Xbox something
Game
else. You know the one
Pass?
Game Pass. That's it. But because I've had Game Pass, I couldn't use that or the code that I've got for myself that came with my Xbox because I'm not. It's only for new.
Well, we should give it away to a listener.
Yeah, we could do that. If you don't have Xbox Game Pass and you never have had it, we can sort you out with a free month of that.
Yes, DM Dan at Harley Dan on Twitter, and you can get it.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way of doing it. It might take me a little while to figure out where I've put the code or which code it is.
Up my
Uh,
ass.
but yeah, she gave me a few codes that I can't remember what they were, but Minute was the one that she said to play first. So I did. She's very nice. And yeah.
To call back to earlier in the episode, I am looking at the leather jacket stuff now, and that does look like a yellow jacket to us.
Okay. Hollow Knight. I've been playing that on the Switch. Hollow Knight, again, that's another kind of roguelite game, pretty much. It's kind of cool. You play this little knight guy, and you're trying to figure out the story of what's happening, and
Yeah, Hollow Knight's supposed to be really good.
it is really good. But I've got to the stage where I'm not good enough, so I need to. Yeah, there was one guy I killed that I thought was a boss. No, he wasn't a boss. The boss that I've come across, I don't have the stuff to be able to kill the boss. So, yeah, it's not going well for me at the moment. But I guess I was playing that whilst I was actually quite ill. So perhaps now I'm better. It might be easier to play at that possible, I guess. Well worth checking out. Beautiful game, lovely audio. Haven't played a huge really feel able to talk about it. I got Civilization 6 for my Switch, and I've said that would have been a great game to play in hospital, but never mind. Grip. I've been playing Grip. Grip's a racing game, and it's I can't remember what game it reminds me of, but it's like it's the Roll Cage. It's basically the spiritual successor to Roll Cage, which was out on the original PlayStation. It's on PS4, PC, Xbox One, and the Switch, and it's a pretty fast, cool combat racer, basically. That's a lot like Roll Cage. If you enjoyed Roll Cage, then yeah, check out Grip. It's she pretty cool. Don't have anyone to play it with. So if you think you might like it, I have it on the Switch, and if you have a Switch, pick it up on that, and maybe we can play together.
Did I confuse you by putting? Whoa.
No. I think that's about it for what we've been playing. Before we get into our new segment, there is one. Is it two? There's at least one bit of news I want to quickly talk about, and that's actually some good news regarding Fallout 76. Some dickheads, some complete and utter wankers, decided to act like the immature assholes they are, and basically conducted a bit of hate speech and violence against someone else in Fallout 76. And their actions have actually got them permanently banned from playing that game. And it's probably linked to their account rather than to that copy of the game. So they can't just buy a new game. They'd have to actually... Hopefully it's linked to their console as well. That would be... but yeah, basically these assholes decided to pick on a guy because he was gay. Yeah, for their anti-gay harassment, they have been permabanned, which is awesome, and I'm glad that that's happened to them. The anti-gay stuff isn't awesome, but yeah, the ringleader, he kept saying to the guy they targeted, "We have come to eliminate all gays," and other stuff. And they tracked down 3 players and killed them. Even though in Fallout 76, if you decide not to participate in the PvP combat, they do a tiny amount of damage. Well, these 4 guys surrounded this one guy and spent ages with these guys who are calling themselves the gay eliminators and cleansing the wasteland of the queers, and they were saying things like, "Know what we did to your people back then? We killed them." And they spent all the time, like, if the person you're attacking doesn't want to be in PvP, you do a tiny amount of damage, and all 4 of them spent ages just attacking this guy until he died. Now, the person that was identified as the ringleader told Eurogamer that he's a high school senior, and that Bethesda initially only gave him a 3-day ban. Now, the stupid thing on his part was that he uploaded the video that he captured from his perspective up onto his YouTube, entitled it "Cleansing of the Queers."
Jesus Christ.
Now, he hasn't said anything remorseful about it. He's not been remorseful.
He's a fucking asshole.
He said, "I don't hate gay people."
Oh no.
Yeah. It was just a late night of having fun, and after the first encounter seen on my channel, we thought it'd be fun to offend them somehow. You can call that evil, but I think it's just playful immaturity.
Nah, you're just fucking immature. Fuck you.
But then Bethesda said to Eurogamer that it had followed up that initial ban with a permanent ban for the entire group of harassers identified in the video.
Good. Fuck
Someone
them.
someone from Bethesda said that the company will not tolerate this kind of behavior by any of our players, nor toward any of our players. Now, a ban from multiplayer is pretty much a ban from Fallout 76, although I guess theoretically they could create a new Bethesda.net account, which are free, and use that to play the game. I mean, you
But isn't
lose all your
the game
progress.
connected to that account that you put it with?
I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I'm guessing you could probably relink it to a different account.
I don't know. But yeah, fuck people like this.
So yeah, that's the one good news that I've found about Fallout 76, and that's that Bethesda are actually quite good at getting rid of
assholes.
idiot assholes.
Yeah.
There was something else in the news that I was going to talk about, but I can't remember what it was, so it can't have been that important. So that brings us to our new segment, which was suggested by Mr. JSS Lifelike.
I don't know how much of a segment this is going to be, but of course I got a lot of questions this week, which everything that you can see in green, Dan, is what I'm going to answer this week, because we're already an hour and a half in, so I'm like, I was only going to choose a few. Actually, I was thinking of skipping for this week, but I was like, you know what, I do want to answer some of these.
Yeah, and if we roll through, maybe we'll add a couple of extras in. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this new segment is Ask Amorous Anything. Actually, no, I think we're going to call it Ask Gary Anything, because it makes more sense with that clip that you're going to put in.
Gary. Trust me. I'm going to do something this week where it may annoy people, or people are going to laugh every time it happens. So the listeners don't know before it happens.
Let's just jump in feet first to Ask Gary Anything. And the first question comes from Mr. JSS Lifelike.
Who
Gary
created this whole thing?
Oh, hi, Gary. Do you dress to the left or the right?
Now, I'm guessing this is what, like, arm or leg I put in my clothes, right?
No.
Okay, I don't know what this means then.
When you're wearing a suit, or any pair of trousers, basically, do your balls go to the left or to the right of the cloth?
I don't pay attention enough, maybe? Just to go into his next thing he puts in there. I'm just gonna guess right because I'm right-handed.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that has anything to do with it.
No.
Yeah, basically, if you're wearing like some like proper trousers from a suit, you've got your inside leg, and your balls go to one side or the other, and then you've got the seam going up past your balls.
I think
basically.
I think that doesn't happen in half the pants that I fucking wear, but if I wear tight pants, I think I just split them down the middle. I honestly don't fucking realize where my balls fall. That is such a random question. Fuck you, Steve. I did not know this is where that was going. Yeah. You know what? I'll answer it next time I put on pants. So
basically,
I know.
Basically, when you get fitted for trousers by a tailor, they'll ask if you dress to the right or to the left, and that's basically asking if your dick naturally hangs to the left or the right of the trouser crotch. And
I've never been asked that question, so of course normally women are the ones fitting me, so maybe they're
most men dress to the left.
I have no idea. Well, I'm right-handed, and I mean that has nothing to do with where my balls hang. I mean, I've been writing left or right-handed since I was
basically
4 or 5.
If you're wearing trousers, which leg would your dick go down? The left or the right?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to where my dick hangs.
And if it doesn't go down either, is it just really small?
We'll go with it's really small. Maybe that's why I don't notice where my fucking dick goes. Do people really notice that? I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Okay, next up, it's Mr. Ziram Wing. He has a few questions, so we're going to hold some of them back for next time we don't
I'm
have any
actually only
news and do
taking the
this again.
one.
Yeah, I
Because
know,
he
I can
has
see
a
that.
lot of deep questions.
If we've got enough time, maybe we'll come back to one of them. But AMD or NVIDIA?
Nvidia.
I'm guessing this is graphics cards because NVIDIA
Yeah.
don't really make CPUs.
No.
I guess he should have asked also Intel because they do.
Well,
Um,
if we're gonna go that far, it's Intel and Nvidia for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No one really wants to use Intel graphics on a gaming PC. That would be.
Well, yeah, that's what comes with your fucking CPU.
Now, you've never really used anything but NVIDIA, have you?
Yep. And the one reason that I don't is because of well, that definitely the reason that I've never thought to switch is because of Steve talking about the last time he got a graphics card.
But the last graphics card I got before this one, that did pretty well. I was pretty pleased with it.
Now, if we want
And
to fucking go super in depth, like fucking Rogue did, he was reading these questions and he went into a fucking monologue. And I'm like, that's not what it means. This is Hammer's
it's us,
answers
Gary.
anything. Yeah, it's like it's what I think, not what you want to say. Oh my god, like it was fucking like 15 minutes of trying to get him to realize this isn't what it means.
Ooh. So I picked out another random beer. I don't know
What
if
do
you
you
can
got?
see that.
Choo choo.
Yep, it is a malted caramel milk stout.
Ew. Does it smell like caramel or coral?
Not really, no.
It looks like it smelled like shit with how you shook your face. uh,
I couldn't really smell much of it apart from the kind of CO2, which doesn't really smell of anything anyway. Okay, next up, Gamer Girl, whiskey or beer, pop or soda, beef or chicken.
well, I go with pop because that's how it's set up here. And it's always going to be the stronger alcohol, so whiskey. But I don't do whiskey normally, and if I would do whiskey, it'd be whiskey pop. So, but I do bourbon, so I'm gonna
Yeah, I guess
switch
we
out
can
whiskey with
class that.
bourbon.
Yeah,
It's about
close
the
enough.
same. Yeah, close.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting caramel from this.
Beef or chicken though?
Well,
You
there's
know, I think
obviously
I like
only
chicken
one answer.
better.
Queen tw- You can't have chicken steaks.
Oh, damn it. You know, I was thinking of like ground meat.
Chicken chili? Fuck
Yeah.
off.
You know what?
Chicken
Yeah,
sausages? They're fucking foul.
yeah,
You can
it's
make
good.
sausages from beef.
You know, it's gonna have to be beef then, because just thinking of steak makes my mouth water. So, I have chicken more often than I have beef. But if if steak wasn't so fucking expensive, I'd probably eat that every goddamn day. But yeah, we'll go with beef. I like a
Okay.
lot of cow.
Next up, it is your cousin.
No.
No, he's not your cousin. Okay. Einhander. I thought he was a relation. I don't...
No, he's just been to the live show.
No, that's
my
Sam's...
cousin. Yeah, Isam Isil is my cousin. I don't think he's listened to the podcast since I've actually
I'm just
gone on
gonna.
it.
I've always just thought of him as I'm Sammy Seal. All right, Sammy, calm down.
I'm gonna isolate that sound clip and send it to him on a loop.
Okay, so yeah, the next one is no relation of yours, and that's Einhander. And actually, he does say something about the roleplay segment being great, but it works better with 3 people. Yes, it does. You're right. That's why we haven't done it so much with just 2 of us.
I would love to do it every week, but we can't fucking get a third person constantly on here.
So, his question is, Hoagie or sub?
It kind of depends. Sub mainly, but hoagie whenever it's a fucking hoagie from the band, like, because whenever like whenever I was in band and stuff, we made hoagies, and those are the fucking well. I can't eat them forever. I could eat probably sub from Subway forever, but like I love to have that fucking sub from band. And now I don't know how to have them because I don't know anybody that's in band, or I don't know people that parents that have kids in band, because that's the only way to do it now, because I'm not in band anymore. Because I used to get fucking like 4 turkey subs, and it used to last me a week, and oh, so good. So
Of course, not to be confused with a stogie.
Yes, it's not a stogie. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go hoagie because I can have sub like any day I want. I can have a hoagie every once in a while. So yeah, we're gonna go hoagie.
Yeah, for the non-American listeners, it's basically a really meaty sub, kind of, pretty much. There's not a huge amount of difference between a hoagie and a sub.
It's a sandwich on a roll, I would say. It's not like on 2 pieces of bread. Well, I mean it's bread, but it's not like 2 flat pieces of bread. I'm sure you have Subway over there. They should know what it kind of looks like.
Yeah, and a hoagie is it's kind of like a sandwich in a fucking baguette.
Yeah, I would say
pretty
that
much the same
hoagie
thing.
is
Just
a
a
harder.
hoagie has a load more meat.
No, not really.
These ones I'm looking at have a fuck ton of meat in them.
I mean, trust me. At Subway, we made a fucking sandwich with 5 different types of meat in it.
When you worked at Subway, did you charge extra if they wanted grated cheese instead of sliced cheese?
No.
They do over here.
No, we would add if you had cheese and added extra cheese to it.
No, the ones I've been to, if you want proper grated cheese instead of American sliced cheese, they charge you more.
Well, fuck them. You're putting cheese on a fucking sandwich.
I know.
Because normally whenever somebody would get like a chicken bacon sandwich, normally people would get shredded cheddar on it instead of like American provolone or something like that. So yeah, we never charge extra for fucking cheese unless you're actually getting extra cheese on the sandwich. Yeah.
Okay, next up, Mr. Rain. Coke or Pepsi? I don't care as long as it's got whiskey or vodka in it, to be honest.
You basically just stole what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
Because I was going to say, because like literally right now I have Coke and Pepsi in the fridge because I switched between bottles so it doesn't taste the same every time.
The problem is when you put vodka into any type of cola, it makes it taste like the really cheap shit cola.
Yeah.
Like Panda Pops.
It doesn't make it taste like it's fucking diet, but it definitely doesn't make it taste.
No, it makes it taste like cheap shit.
Oh, you're saying like you're saying like the knockoff brand.
Yeah, or the supermarket own brand, or just cheap shit.
Yeah, something
cola.
that's not Pepsi or Coke. It tastes Yeah.
So if you're putting vodka in it, you might as well get the cheap shit stuff because it's going to taste like that anyway.
Yeah, so just do rum and Coke or whiskey and Coke,
or just drink it neat like I do.
Yes. I don't know about. Well, whenever I use vodka, I like to do my Moscow mules and shit.
I had a friend that used to take his vodka through the eye.
What? Like eyedropper, or like ding, ding, ding.
Like an eye wash.
Does that get you drunk? Is that like an enema through the eye?
I guess so. I've never tried it myself. I got
vodka here. I can try it today.
I'm imagining it just really fucking stings.
Yeah, because it's alcohol going in your eye.
Yeah. I'm not. Don't anyone try that, please. Don't want to lawsuit.
I got a dripper over here. Like I can.
His brother used to. His brother used to actually shoot up vodka, apparently.
Wait,
To
like needle in arm?
yeah, yeah,
Literally
yeah.
putting it straight into his fucking bloodstream. God.
Not a huge amount, but it gets you drunk really quickly and cheaply.
Well, that's the same thing with an enema. Like, it apparently goes through your fucking system a lot faster and can kill you if you do too
Yeah,
much.
there's a load of blood
Like, I'm
vessels up
not
your
fucking
ass.
putting a fifth up my ass and just fucking hold my ass or hold myself upside down on a wall.
Okay, well, anyway, next up,
We're getting weird
Mr.
over here.
Big Rob 029 wants to know two things. First off, sneakers or tennis shoes?
Shoes. I don't call them sneakers or tennis shoes. Just because I watched Black Panther and she called them
Yeah, I
sneakers.
call them sneakers.
Yeah, I'm going with sneakers.
I got myself some custom-made Converse the other
Yes,
week,
you did. I
and
can't
they
remember
are.
what they have on them.
I'm wearing them now. They're predominantly black suede, and hang on. If I take this one off, I'll put it up on the camera. Whilst we're doing that, his second question is: who's your favorite teammate in Rocket League? Is it him or Rogue Out?
I'm gonna go with Rogue because he plays more often.
Just
That's
fired.
right. That's right, fucking Rob. I said it. You don't play enough.
Okay,
At least with me.
a few questions from Teflon, but hang on. There's you.
Yeah, I won't answer who's your favorite pet yet. I mean, I could just say I don't have a favorite pet, but
Oh, there we go. There is my new custom
oh,
made.
look at those yellow fucking strings. Ooh,
Well, they
nice.
didn't.
Black and
They didn't
red.
do red and black. So I'm going to
You could
change out the
probably,
lace.
yeah, I was gonna say you probably find those online and buy them. Oh wow, look at that! It looks fuzzy on the inside.
It is fuzzy on the inside, and not quite the normal Converse grip. These will actually grip in mud. So
That's
yeah,
good.
I'm
You
quite
need
pleased
it
with
over
how
there
these
in England.
turned out. Yeah, they're nice and warm. They're waterproof because they don't have any of those stupid eyelets in the side. Stupid eyelets. And yeah, no one at well, no, there probably is someone in the world that decided to go red and black like I did, but yeah, I think they came out quite. You could choose like the color of the stitching, color of the
Wow.
material, type of material, even the color of the eyelets and the loop.
I don't like regular looking Converse, but I like those.
I could even had like Hardly Dan stitched to the side, but I didn't. 'Cause
Well, you
not that
should have.
fucking vain.
What
I know. I
are you
should have
talking
had the
about? Somebody
Gamesmen.
noticed you in a fucking. Somebody noticed you in a supermarket.
Well, yeah. I don't think that's. I think the next time
Of
that's.
course, they weren't looking at your shoes either. But
Eurogamer next year has been announced. It's going to be in London, and I have booked my hotel already
I
and
need to
paid
make
for
you
it.
a Gamesman shirt like I have. I'll have to wear that next week.
Yeah, I should probably get one for that. I don't know if
It was only
anyone.
$17.
I don't know if anyone like Bongo or anyone else is going yet.
I guarantee.
Lots of people are a
the
bit
normal
kind of
people are
like,
gonna go.
oh, what?
What? Because it's in London, or
Yeah, when it was in Birmingham, it was kind of this kind of central UK. Almost. Now it's down in London.
mm.
It's a lot further for a lot of people to travel, but
I should see
it's
how
also in
next year's
London,
gonna
which is
go
kind of cool.
and see if I can fucking come over to the UK. Because I want to fucking meet everyone for once. And I'm single now, so whoa.
Okay, well, next
bunch
up,
of guys.
Teflon has a few questions.
He had quite a few, and I actually chose most of his because I can go through it.
The first one is, what's your favorite kind of lettuce?
I'm gonna guess this is because the whole fucking Ebola thing that happened with oh fuck was it romaine?
It might have been. There was an iceberg shortage over here recently.
Yeah, we had a whole thing like it's been a fucking thing going on for at least a week now with like well, there's the thing about vegans because lettuce is killing people, so like they can only eat like nothing now.
Yeah, because all vegans ever eat is lettuce.
Lettuce, yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of jokes and stupid things that have been happening over this lettuce thing. Um, I actually had an answer for it, and now I can't remember. I think it was romaine, actually, was the one I like
Okay.
better. Because
I
iceberg
quite like
lettuce doesn't do anything for you. It has no fucking nutritional value to it. It sucks.
actually it does do something. Would explain why I was always so tired at school. It has a soporific effect if you eat actually most lettuce. If you have a lettuce sandwich before you go to bed, it will help you sleep because
Like,
there's a chemical in
just
lettuce.
lettuce? Who the fuck eats just a lettuce sandwich? That sounds not
I
good.
quite like a lettuce sandwich occasionally, and it
Just
does help you sleep.
lettuce?
Well, with bread and butter and some mayo,
Like,
maybe some cucumber, maybe some red peppers.
I'll say it's not just
Sweet,
a lettuce
it's not
sandwich
hot.
then.
No,
I
but it's
mean,
predominantly
it's a vegetarian sandwich, I guess you could say. I don't
a
know.
salad sandwich.
Yeah, salad. Yeah, you could say that too.
But yeah, lettuce does have a soporific effect, so it's quite good if you need to sleep through double chemistry in the afternoon.
Yeah. So I mean, I like meat on my sandwiches. So, um, but
Okay,
yeah, whatever
next
goes into a
question.
Caesar salad, that's the one. I think it's romaine though.
His next question is, where do babies come
um,
from? Your mother's cunt. Sorry.
no, gotta make it interesting. Comes from that closet, that drawer, that random drawer that's in the closet of your parents' bedroom. It's
Well,
kind of
when
like
a
an
mummy
oven,
and a daddy
just pop
love
out.
each other
Boop.
very much. Okay, next up, where on the overworld map in the original Legend of Zelda can you find the entrance to level 9?
The reason I did this is because it is 5 over. Wait, 6 screens over from the very top of the map, and you blow a hole in the fucking
Is that right or left?
hole thing. It's to the right from the left of the screen.
To the right, to the right.
To the left, to the left. But yeah. So it's there. Trust me, I had to fucking look it up because I haven't played original Legends of Zelda in a while. Because I want to actually have the answer for that one if it was actually a question.
Okay, my next beer, I haven't finished this one yet, called Inspector Remorse, which is a
Okay.
pun on Inspector Morse. It's a porter, got a very tactile. Can you hear? It's almost like sandpaper.
Okay, so it's got kind of a rough edge. Well,
Yeah.
is it more velvety? I think that's normally what they kind of have on the outside of those, like it
No,
feels
this
soft
is
and not
kind
rigid.
of like sandpaper that's been worn down loads, so it's only little bits of grit on it.
Actually, I did just hear it there. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've had it on cans. All right, stop touching and ask me the last fucking question.
Okay, if they made a movie based on your life, who should play Dan?
I had to fucking look this up because I'm like,
Does he mean me or a different Dan?
I'm sure it's you. Nobody cares about American Dan. Come on.
Of course, it'll have to be huge action.
What? Who? What?
So I call him Huge Action. Hugh
You mean Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman? No, he's from Australia.
That's all right. He can do voices.
No, I came up with my own. It's either gotta be Hugh Laurie.
Oh, fuck off.
Hey, I love Hugh Laurie.
I'm very, very sorry.
Or John Cleese.
Yeah, I'd rather go for John Cleese. Unfortunately, he's a lot thinner than me and taller. So
He
that would
can
be
put
good,
on weight
actually.
for the role. Yeah, so yeah, those are two that I saw, and like I had to look at British people because I was like, or I mean, I could have Idris Elba there, so I can just hug him one day. I don't know.
He'd have to do whiteface.
Oh no! Oh,
Well, he would. I mean,
I can picture
unless
you
they
black.
rewrite the black guy.
But yeah, so those are the two that I came up with. The ones I thought, you know what, I could probably make them look like Dan.
What about oh, I've forgotten his name. Guy who played Bond before current Bond.
Uh, wow, has it been that long? I can't remember his name. I know who
Pierce
you're talking
Brosnan.
about. Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. Yes. Um, no, I don't see any similarities between you and him.
We've got dark hair.
Oh, okay. You can't wear a wig or fucking dye it for that.
Thank you. I can never pronounce your name properly. Saitsev
Saitsev. Yeah.
2000.
Hello, Mr. Saitsev. How are you doing?
It is. No. Yeah, I guess Hugh Grant probably
Hugh Grant.
closest.
Who's Hugh Grant?
Huge Grant. You know who Hugh Grant is? He was the one that got stopped in Vegas with Divine Brown.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no.
The guy who played the guy in Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Zaitsev says he needs more sleep, and you pronounced it right. Haha. Yay! See? Well, I don't know who he's talking about. Which one of us said it right, or if we both said it right.
Yeah.
Get away, fly! Fuck you. No, I don't see any similarities between you and Hugh Grant. Well, let me
You said Hugh Grant earlier.
No, Hugh Laurie.
Oh, Hugh Laurie. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
House.
Hugh Laurie. Okay, no, he's kind of cool. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm happy with Hugh Laurie or
Hey, my first pick in the fantasy football of Dan is correct. Yeah, I love Hugh Laurie.
Oh, John Cleese. Guess I can be quite acerbic like him. They're both quite old. It'd been nice if you'd have chosen someone I don't know, closer to my age.
Well, I thought of a younger version of them and not the 79-year-old fucking John Cleese.
Huh. I've just found out that one of Hugh Grant's names that I didn't know he had. His full name is Hugh John Mungo Grant.
Mungo? Wow.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of the names you want to keep quiet, isn't it? Okay, should we get another couple in, or should we? How long's this has been? Okay,
we're almost on 2 hours of this podcast. How about we get out of here for the day?
We will save the rest of these for next time we do an.
Yeah, because I'm guessing there are gonna be not that many people answering next week, unless people just love asking me shit.
If we can find audio for Ask Dan anything, perhaps we can do that as well.
Oh, I can. I'm sure I can find somebody or something of a Dan saying, or people saying Dan compilation.
Okay, well, TGM Check and TGM Quest don't really have any of those.
We do have checks. Why did I not put these in here?
That's all right. Let me just bring it up.
Yeah, you're
I'll go through the. Yeah. So I understand.
And I talked way too much in the last part. So.
Okay, how far back do I need to go?
Where I say we're recording today.
What date was that?
Today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, Sightsev actually put something in there.
Okay, Boondock Bradford has been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Gary's saying, let's hope I'm not lying. I haven't talked to Dan all week.
Sightsev did put something in here in the last 20 minutes. He says, boxers or briefs? Boxers.
Brief.
There we go. Keep going.
I like the tight-legged boxers rather than the boxers.
Yeah, well, that's what I wear now. I don't know if they have a new name to them, but yeah, that's what I wear.
Bit Dead hopes that you're not lying and that I am around. He's been playing Destiny 2 and he's getting ready for the new update coming in Tuesday. Zero and Wing's been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and a bunch of HDR games to test his TV. Nice, I need to get an HDR TV. Actually, what I really want to do is get a 4K HDR monitor, but they're all pretty shit at the moment.
And if it is good, it's really expensive.
GamerGirl27 has been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Overcooked 2. And Ironhander has been playing that thing that I can never remember what it is, but it's World of Warcraft Battle for whatever
I
it is,
can't. I really can't remember it.
Azeroth,
Yeah, maybe that's it. That sounds about right.
and Monster Hunter World. And Sight Zev has been playing Destiny 2. Lol, so much Destiny 2.
It's Basil for Azeroth, so we actually definitely have it right.
Ground out the new Gambit pinnacle weapon in a day. It's the bee's knee. I haven't heard that. Next week, we are going to ask you to do something. Quite figured out what.
Well, the question that we should be asking people for is kind of what I asked today. What should be the news segment of the show? Because I hate news, and I don't.
Yeah, I think we still need to do news now and then.
Well, like maybe a piece or two, like not specifically looking for it, stuff that actually like falls into our laps. Because I'm tired of looking up fucking 6 pieces of news that I don't want to fucking talk about.
Kind of like we did today with that one bit about Fallout, the one bit of good news about Bethesda.
Yeah, like, yes, we can do a piece of news or something, but there's no reason for us to make a fucking segment like
something
every
that we
podcast we know is.
Something we actually find interesting to talk about.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, the VG Hub, like, half of them already do news anyway, so... Well, most of them
the thing is, we tend to get our news out a week before everyone else.
Well, that's only the veteran gamers, really.
No, we've broken news a week before Jim Sterling's broken. So
yeah, well, he only has a weekly thing too, so it's on Monday.
No, he does videos all the time.
Well, his main one. Actually, I haven't watched Jim Sterling in forever. Actually, I took myself off his Patreon because I haven't listened to his podcast or anything in forever. Not because he's a bad person, just because I stopped listening to a lot of gaming things anymore.
Okay, well, yeah, so let us know if there's any ideas you've got what we can do to augment this show, make it a little bit better.
Give us a new cool segment. We will still do RPG, but we're going to have a guest on if we're doing it.
And if you can't think of anything, why not tell us your favorite game of the year? We'll keep that question going until the end of the year.
Yeah, because we're getting there, and it's about to be game of the year in a month, so yeah, we're about to do that shit. Excitement rises.
Okay, Gary. Shout out.
I'm gonna shout.
Oh no, wait. TGM checks. I was actually gonna do those.
I thought you just did them, didn't you?
No, I hadn't finished them.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, wait, I had. Yeah. Sorry.
Just do them again. I see that I did put in here for the TGM checks, but I never actually got around to finishing. Okay, so shout outs. I'm gonna shout out Chris Pratt because, well, people have already found out from the first interlude or break music piece that I forgot about Dre in there because I just saw a video of him and like he knows every word of that song and shit. Well, apparently knows every word of that album. So I put that in there because I like that song and I listened to it a long time ago now. It feels like at least like 15 fucking years, if not more. But yeah, so
when did it come out?
Oh god, I don't know. I was either in middle school or high school whenever that shit came out. But it had to be at least like 15 years ago. But I saw him singing it on a radio thing or whatever he was on. So yeah,
it was 19 years ago.
Wow, Jesus Christ! I was 10 years old.
I was 20. Oh wait, no, wait, that's not it. Oh no, it is. there's just two versions of it. One was released in 2001, and one was released in. Oh, the album came out. Okay, so the single came out in '99, and the
Oh,
album
okay.
out in 2001.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, I got Forget About Dre in in the news this week, or in the news in the music this week, and well, I decided to put the song that came right after that video that I actually pulled out of YouTube for this. The next song that came on, I put as the next news music piece, which is Killer Queens by Queen. Or Killer Queen by Queen.
Gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind.
Anytime! Anyway, so yeah, that happened. Yeah, so we got real music and not well, I mean, game music is real music, but we got, I don't know, we have other music that's not game music. There we go, this week. Shout outs. Other than that, I don't know. I really don't. My work for being awesome and actually having fucking real holidays, not like my last fucking job that sucked. We'll go with that. And Dan for not dying.
Well, my shout outs are to the incredibly attractive nurses that happen to be at Barnstable, North Devon General Hospital. I still not get a picture of
that nurse's ass.
So
very
fine.
Sad.
I didn't see her again after that. Lovely behind. Anyway, so yeah, the wonderful doctors and nurses that looked after me at North Devon General Hospital in Barnstable. So thank you all very much for being cool and keeping me alive. Yay!
Yes, for being alive.
And I guess I really haven't played anything with anyone for a few weeks, so I don't have anyone to shout out.
Oh yeah, I should shout in for the whole Resident Evil 6 stuff. We've been doing that. Yeah. I haven't been enjoying Resident Evil 6, but it's still been a fun time playing with him.
Okay, Gary, web for the week to come. Where can people find you?
The places that I normally mention. Hammer Say Night is Xbox Live and Twitter. You play if I'm playing Assassin's Creed. I really need to get back to that. Amazon Square 9 is Steam, Amazon1289 is Nintendo Network, and Origin, and Amazon 0289 is PSN and Twitch. Dan, you.
Everywhere, Gary just said. And definitely now on Xbox, because it's not just the Xbox app on my PC. I actually have an Xbox One X, the most powerful console in the world at the moment.
If you don't count PS5 comes out. If you don't count a PC.
Well, obviously I don't, because I said console, not gaming.
I guess if you go by that.
I am hardly down everywhere. So, yeah, just look hardly down. More than likely me. Unless you're playing that one game where I can't remember my password in, or maybe someone actually nicked it. Not entirely sure. Crisis.
That one game
2.
He's not going to play again anyway.
No, I should actually get around to actually finishing this. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Now and then I actually do complete a game. It doesn't happen often, but...
Yeah, when's that? Show me that side of Dan.
I completed something fairly... like within the last month or two. Pretty sure I did. There was
I don't remember it.
I did a victory achieved for it and everything.
I'll look back.
Anyway, Gary is about to tell you all the different ways you can get in touch with us for the podcast rather than just us.
Quick thing, for the website, did you put this in there, or has this been in there for like the past fucking month?
I haven't the foggiest, but there is a new one. There is a new one for Facebook.
While I'm reading this out, you find that, and once I get to the Facebook, you can say it, which is really quick. So, oh, there you go. Really?
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Apparently, sales and marketing manager at the place in the big marketplace, Shenzhen.
okay. Uh, you can find us on our website at thegamesmen.com, and we have a link on that. I swear we have another one too, but this one here, I don't know when we put it in. But Vincent Romito, thank you, sir, for liking or whatever the hell it's called whenever you follow the site. I don't know. Um, you can find us on Facebook at the Gamesman Podcast, which is facebook.com/the Gamesmen. We have a new follower called Marry Me.
Yeah, Mary, not entirely sure. She likes the
I
Gamesman
think it's
podcast.
me.
So thank you
So,
very much.
yes. It's like, it
She
just seems
is.
like a joke. It's like, marry me. I
She
would.
is.
Are you hot? Well, I shouldn't say are you
I
hot.
don't
You
know.
got a
I
good
just haven't.
personality. I like good personalities in people.
She is
I'm
sales and
lonely.
manager at Shenzhen Hai Hong Chang Electrical Company Limited. So
If she's
she's actually
of
got some cool
Asian
videos.
descent, I'm full in. If you want to meet a fat American. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I'm being gross. You can send us a voicemail at the games. Sorry, it's on my throat. All right. You can get us on the RPG hotline, which is 412-267-RPG1 or 412-267-7741. You can send us a speakpipe at speakpipe.com/tgmrpg. You can get us an email at thegamesrpg@gmail.com. You can get us on Twitter at thegamesrpg. YouTube is youtube.com/gamesrpg. Twitch is twitch.tv/gamesrpg. Mixer is mixer.com/gamesrpg. Podbean is thegamesrpg at gmail. Nope. thegamesrpg.podbean.com. And that's where you can find all of our episodes at. You can get us on Stitcher, I believe Google Play. I should just put a little string here of stuff to say instead of making it different lines. Stitcher, Google Play, we on Spotify? I can't remember.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, so we're on Spotify. You can get us on iTunes. Anywhere that you can, give us a review. We want them, we need them, we love them, and we love all of you for giving them. And then VG Hub, VGHub.net. That's where you can find all the people we're affiliated to, the lovely people that we love so much. I love the overseas connection so goddamn much. Put me on your fucking D&D show.
Yeah, I'd like to be on that. Well,
Yeah!
I'd like to actually be using my dice.
Well, apparently Teflon's gonna be doing that. Actually, that's another shout out Teflon. Apparently he's getting his D&D stuff ready again, so I'm super excited.
Whilst you're doing a quick extra shout out, I'd like to just thank Brian Russo, not entirely sure, who just liked the photo I posted on our Facebook page nearly a year ago on December the 21st, 2007, of my PC.
You
The
said
photo
2007. I'm guessing you mean 2017.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a year ago.
It's the photo with that says Dan has been busy upgrading his PC, and I've just realised there's something wrong because it's got the wrong RAM in it. I don't have that RAM anymore. I gave that RAM to Rory. Now I've got RGB RAM.
Nice. All right. Last thing is thegames.com/charity events. You can still donate to us and the entire VG Hub team for Extra Life and for Dan's special effects stuff. So donate, help us help people, sick kids.
And if you think you've heard of the name Special Effect, you probably have, because that's a charity that Microsoft got involved with to make their more accessible controller with. They actually.
I just saw
with special
fucking
effects.
Speaking of this, hopefully my outro music is lasting long enough. I just saw a fucking commercial that Microsoft put up, and all these kids are running to a house, and like fucking, I don't know, 10 kids are like fucking going to this kid's house, and it's like he's doing it, and it's got this kid in a wheelchair or whatever using the new controller and everything, and I don't know what he's playing, but you know, they do the whole thing. It's like kind of brings a tear to your eye. So they're definitely like promoting that shit. And
the cool thing is, some people have found out a way to use that controller with the Nintendo Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it. Love all of it. More people that can play,
special
the happier I am.
Special effects really do a huge amount of stuff, and they really do change people's lives.
Sidestep just said Fortnite. Of course, it's
Special
Fortnite.
effects,
It's always Fortnite.
Special effects are an incredible UK charity that really do change people's lives. And it's through gaming, but they offer stuff that isn't just for gaming. I've used some of their equipment that allows you to control a computer just by moving your eyes and blinking. And then you can play video games, and you can order pizza or something from Amazon, you know, from being like not being able to do anything, just moving your eyes around and blinking. If that's the only thing you can do, thanks to special effect, you can get equipment that now allows you to play video games and order stuff and choose what you want to watch, and not quite so reliant on other people. It's fucking amazing and life-changing stuff. So even if it's not
special effect next year,
even if it's not through me, if you've got some spare cash, just please donate to Special Effect. They are a truly amazing company.
Yeah, they do quite a few amazing things.
Charity, even not a company.
Yeah. And last thing before I give this over to you, so we can finish this off. Sidestep says kid was flossing after he won the game. I don't know if that's.
Is that like dabbing?
Or I'm thinking a dance move.
Because for me, a dab is nothing to do with like moving your arms.
Well, the dab's, you know, the thing, but I don't know.
For me, a dab is taking a dab of speed or coke or MDMA or.
We can't all do drugs, Dan. But anyway, how about you get us out of here, because I have a feeling my outro music is running short now.
Okay, well, that will do it for episode 238. So on behalf of Gary, Amorous89, I am Dan, Hardly Dan Nam, and together we are the Gamesmen. And until next time, we are.
What role will you play? And as I just said in the commercial, yeah. So, yeah, because the kid does stand up in the end. He like does like a little dance. It's adorable. But,
is that the one where you kind of like you're flossing your nads?
Hold on, how about I just fucking pull
in between
the
your leg
real quick? What? No, that's not.
So you got a towel and you're drying off your junk. Is that flossing?
That is. I don't. Well, hold on. Let's see if Zeiss says something. I don't think that's it. Xbox commercial. I can't remember what the controller's called.
The adaptive controller.
Okay.
Is it their Christmas advert?
Oh wait, I'm putting it in here. Right now.
Is it snowy?
Yeah. And they're going, he's gonna do it! And I can make a drink while they're running. See this!
Oh, he's gonna do it!
It's gonna do it!
Come on!
God damn it.
He's gonna do it! Alright, come around. I got him. Come on. Yeah, watch out! Alright.
There we go. now that's called flossing, but of course I don't know dance moves. I am very white. But I should stop. I can't believe I didn't fucking stop this. Alright, stop the recording. So
One of the annoying things about it is that there are controller adaptive controller options you can get in the States that you can't get in the UK.
What do you mean?
Like there's like a one-handed, it's almost like a Wii nunchuck that you can get in the States for the Xbox, and you can't get that over here.
Alright, well, I'm gonna turn off the stream. So, Mr. Zaitsev, hey, you're on Discord if you want to fucking join us anytime talking. Go ahead.
Hey, stop recording then.
Yeah, stop recording.
And I'm going to save it as...
Probably what you normally do. There's OBS. Alright.
You know, I'm not going to save it as. I'm going to export it.
Oh, boys. Don't ask me, ask Epic. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I mean, I'm guessing Epic as the company.
What episode was this?
238. Anyway. Bye, Zazev. Come on to Discord once. Do it. Do it.